Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Silver Fang, and today I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be reacting to Fate Strange Fake episode 8. Last episode we saw a new servant being summoned. It's a mechanical creature. It looks like something from the future. I have two theories about that. It could either be something from the future or it could be something from the Age of Gods. I'm leaning more towards that last one. And we also got a new, she's not a master, just got a new party involved in this Grail War, which is a new goddess that just showed up for some apparent reason. uh I'm thinking it's Ishtar. I could be wrong, but the reason why I say that, first of all, she looks a little like Rin, but what really sold me was her fighting style, where her shooting multiple light beams at Heracles. And the fact, what really sold me was the fact that she sat on the arrow like Ishtar used to do in Babylonia. So I'm thinking it's Ishtar. I could be wrong. Excited for this episode. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Wow.
I take it you're the boy named Flatus. It functions, only caring about the ends while neglecting the means is an immature thought process. If that's your way of getting around in this world, you should alter your way of thinking. What I'm saying is, children should never need to fake smiles.
There's this rule about El Maloy's not joining Grail Wars, but if something happens to Flat, I have to believe that he won't care. Especially with this, they're making it seem like their relationship is more of a father and son type of relationship. So
It's hard to believe this is really happening.
I have to believe that if something happens to Flat, he's definitely gonna be like, I'm going.
Around the American government in a conspiracy with mages? What is this, a fantasy movie? Yes. You kind of look like you're having fun. That's the
And by the way, I'm still not sold on the possibility
I'm curious.
of us getting another saber.
There's a vampire in the hospital to yourself? I'm only keeping a card up my sleeve, on the off chance something happens.
I'm still not sold on the fact that they said that we're not getting another saber. I feel like
But even so, this is how I
they keep bringing it up. So to me, it feels like something like that spot is being saved for something special.
Only you five should. Death is part of the risk. The way you're glorifying things.
I'm really wondering what he's gonna give them, because
What about the enormous mansion?
the last noble phantasms that they had didn't do anything against Jester, not even a servant.
If so, you're exactly right. Here's a trick to the gimmick.
Nice.
I'll give you all the gory details later. But I don't understand. John Wynn. A terrorist attack on a plane cost him his mother. So he became a police officer. An aspiration born of not wanting anybody else.
Is that from Phase Zero too?
Same tragedy that befell your family. Fire is revenge.
Was that the plane that Kiritsugu shut down?
Then revenge it is. Back, we're in. Infiltration.
He's really doing this.
That's his intent. When we discovered the boy at the park, a police officer and a woman in a dress appeared and disappeared. By the way, just who the hell are you? And here I thought we had a ceasefire. For the record, I don't trust you. I want to know where
What is going on here?
Truthfully, I believe in nothing. Being my client is worth believing in.
I'm still curious about that thing that Watcher said where he was going to become
I
Lancer.
hope that someday, when it is created within you, your faith will be of good nature. A machine, huh? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
Damn. Yo, Flat is good.
Playing ball.
Wow.
And now it's game set. You just overrode
Wow.
the system. Stand down and lower your weapon. Please.
Flat is good.
Roughly 40% of this police station's personnel are all.
No way Flat joins
However, if the game
Orlando, right?
spreads any further than it already has, I'll be forced to make her face the barrel of my gun. Right on. So I'm prepared to introduce you.
Because Orlando is aligned with
I did a
Francesca,
27-step encryption on my end.
and Francesca
They
doesn't give a
use
shit
their own
about
measures as
people.
well. So I don't think anyone will eavesdrop on us. Talking to. I instruct modern magecraft's theories at the clock tower.
Wow.
I usually borrow the title of Lord El Malloy II. However, this other name. I'd like to confirm the combative forces of each faction.
I wonder the timeline that this specific series is on, because they keep mentioning the Fuyuki Grail War, but they don't mention at all the Grail War that happened after, whether it'll be the Heaven's Field timeline or the Unlimited Blade Works one, you know? They haven't mentioned it at all. Or the State Knight, you know? So I'm wondering which timeline, or if this is a completely different timeline.
The rest are either spies from other syndicates, or are being swayed by their propositions in the police chief. They seem to have just formed an alliance. They're planning
This
a secret operation at the
Watcher's
hospital.
power is so OP.
He's a greater armchair detective than the rumors.
So they're gonna go after Chester?
I want to have a direct conversation with you. Would you be open to that, assassin? So at long last, we've had.
There's a lot of moving pieces here.
Overseer. My name's Hansa Cervantes. Apologies in advance? So you can tell? I can.
Wow.
I didn't fully understand it at first, but... That's amazing! I can't say that I've met a cyborg before! Can you launch rocket punches and stuff? And detach, but my arm does extend 3 meters. The drill... That's a secret. My heart's full to bursting! If you don't mind that I'm a mage from the clock tower, can I shake your hand? It's clear to see that you've got fantastic taste. Magecraft, you should convert over to the Holy Church. It's on with a little kid inside. I've already gotten rid of those in the vicinity.
I wish they make a remake of Tsukihime with better animation. That'll be great.
It's the height of recklessness to expose yourself to a known enemy.
So this is happening right now?
My reason is simple. I just figured if the professor were... Before that, I'm Flat of the El Malloy classroom. To abandon that...
Yeah, there's no way that if something happens to Flat,
all of my peers
Waver doesn't
doing
join.
that. Losing my purpose as a mage both filled me with this unimaginable fear. But due to your sense of reverence for how said mentor lives his life, as long as that spirit dwells within you, I'm certain you will always be able to overcome the divergence within you.
Ooh, is Archer here?
Yeah, but what is it?
Oh, that is badass. Damn. Oh man, this is good. Yo, my god, next episode is gonna be fire. Damn. This is a good setup episode. A lot of moving pieces. It looks like everybody but Gilgamesh and Enkidu are gonna get involved. we have Orlando moving, we have Flat, we have the new alliance of Sigma and the rest of them. We also have Jester involved. I'm assuming the Shadow is gonna get involved. I think only Gilgamesh, Enkidu, and Francesca. But Francesca loves breaking up fights, so I'm not. She might get involved. I don't like it, but it might happen. And then Gilgamesh is also within the city, like within the center of the city, so there's a possibility there too. But as of right now, looks like, oh, you know who we haven't seen either make any sort of move is Appolitas Master. I almost forgot about her. We haven't seen her make any moves at all, except for showing up to fight Gilgamesh and Archer. She might come through, because for some reason she seems to have a grudge against Heracles. So I think they mentioned that he killed her in her past life or something. But I wonder, that's another thing that's up in the air. The objectives of Appolitas Master. Because the Master allowed her to go fight Gilgamesh and Archer, but they haven't made a move since. That is interesting. And the fact that they haven't shown who she is also interesting. I gotta think about this, because it could be someone we already know. Because I can't think of a reason why keeping Appolitas Master a secret. I don't know why I'm assuming it's a she. It could be a he. But out of all the people that we've seen so far, the only people that we've seen that are non masters are the people in the police station. And then Watcher did mention that there might be somebody from the mob infiltrated into the police station. So I'm also wondering who that is. Oh, another interesting thing that they also mentioned was the fact that the guy that lost his hand, his parents were, he lost his parents in a plane crash, or a plane that was shut down. I'm wondering if that's the same plane that Kirutsuku took down in Fate Zero, because someone in the comment mentioned that the father of the new berserker, her father was the bug, the guy that controlled the bugs in Fate Zero, that was killed by Kiritsugu's foster mother. And then, but I went back and rewatched that part. So she killed him, but he had already dispersed his bugs, and he killed everybody on the plane, although the public doesn't know that. But Kirutsugu had to blow up the aircraft. So I'm wondering if because that's coming into play a lot, that single incident. Also, I'm also wondering, like, what timeline does this take place in? Because they mention the Grail War in Fuyuki a lot, but they don't mention the war that happened after. Yeah. So I'm wondering if which timeline this takes place in. If it's the Unlimited Blade Works, the Heaven's Feel, or the Stay Night timeline. But yeah, very good setup episode. I was not expecting Flat to join Orlando. Because sure, Orlando might be a good guy, but the people that he's in league with are not. And I don't see Flat going along with those ideals. What I think could end up happening is that the other group is going to get involved in this, right? Flat is going to get to meet them, and he might end up joining them in the end. Now, I don't see Orlando as a bad guy per se. It's just the people that he's in league with. I don't know. Because I see Orlando. I think Orlando is going to get trapped between a rock and a hard place just because at some point during this Grail War, the government is probably going to make some decisions that he's not going to like. And I'm wondering what kind of stance he's going to take. Because we saw Faldius talking to Assassin, and he's like, if it's for this nation, I don't care what we have to do. Even if it's taking down civilians. And the one thing Orlando said that he wasn't willing to do, well, he said only as a last resort, he would take the life of a civilian. So at some point, he's going to have to choose who he's aligned with. Another thing is, I don't see the point of keeping El Malloy involved if he's not going to join. I don't see the point. I don't see it. He has to join. He has to come through. And the only way I see that happening is if something happens to Flat. Because I'm trying to figure out what's the point of this guy being involved in the story so heavily if he's not gonna join. It makes no sense. What might happen? And another thing, they also show that he still has the relic for Iskandar. Like, all these things, they're being written so that he has to join. Like, there's no other reason for him to be involved so heavily, and for them to see, for them to show us that he still has the relic, and that he's as cunning as ever, and he getting involved in all these events. Now he's talking to Orlando, making deals, and he's not even involved in the Great War at all. So it's like, at some point, he has to make a move. And what I think is happening is that they keep telling us that there's not going to be another saver. But I think the writers are trying to mislead us, because I think there might be some loophole that El Malloy could exploit, right? And we do know that at this point, Iskandar, as a writer, probably wouldn't stand a chance in this Grail War. But what if something happens to Flat, El Malloy comes through, some way, somehow becomes a master, uses his relic to summon Iskandar, but Iskandar shows up in a new, more powerful saber form? I could see that happening because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, why is this guy getting involved so much if he's not gonna join? He has to join at some point. I know a lot of you guys think I'm wrong about that, but he keeps getting involved. And they also mentioned, there's a rule about Lords of the Clock Tower not joining Grail Wars ever since Fuyuki. But then they also keep showing that he cares for Flat more. Their relationship is not even that of a teacher and student. It's more of a guardian and their child. So I don't see him staying put if something happens to Flat. But very interesting episode though. Very interesting setup episode. Next episode looks like it's gonna be fire. That entrance with Archer on top of Cerberus, that was great. That was great. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And with that being said, catch you guys in the next one.